the Roseland Ballroom. This show is finally happening after it got postponed because of the hurricane. It's good to have you guys back in town. Welcome, first of all.
Yeah, glad we could do it. Hoping it wasn't going to just get, thrown away altogether.
Without question, probably one of the most hectic tours for every band involved as far as like not knowing what was going to happen next when the whole hurricane hit.
Yeah, a little weird. We just got out on the road, especially for us because we were home for 10 months. So just had gotten out on the road and we played one show and then sat in a hotel room for a week in South Carolina and just sort of like, okay, no idea what was going on. So it was just play the waiting game for a while and glad everything's, worked out eventually, obviously.
And how come you guys were sitting at home for 10 months?
Well, we went home and did the album and we wrote and recorded the album and just took a little break because, got to go away for a little bit, make people miss you,
Be home with the family. As you said, you were working on the new record, so let's talk about it. What do you think is setting this record apart from all the remains material from previous years?
I don't know. I think it just feels like a natural progression to us. I don't know if it's it doesn't feel as different to me as a lot of people say, because there's singing on some songs, even though there's singing on songs on every record. But but on this one, people are like, there's like a ballad on it, and people are freaking out. But it just feels like a natural progression of everything we do. It's just a lot of variety, like always. There's a lot of screaming, a lot of singing, a lot of melody, a lot of just fast, heavy, everything, and just get a little weirded out when people base the opinion on the whole record off of one song, which happens a lot. So, if you're freaking out there about it being not heavy enough, listen to the rest of it, which not a lot of people do. They hear the single and they go, it's not heavy anymore. So there's plenty of heavy stuff.
No, but as you said, you guys have always combined melodies with your harmonies and hard stuff. It's never been like,
Yeah.
Hey, I've never, like, whenever I heard All the Remains song, I've never been like, hey, who is that band? It's like you have your own signature sound,
Yeah, which is great. It's hard to set yourself apart at this point, especially with everything and the internet and how watered down everything is. But, we've always been really happy that we can do a lot of kinds of metal and we can do a lot of kinds of tours and play with all sorts of different bands and stuff. It's really good for us. So, not always going to keep everybody happy, but keeps us happy, and that's good.
Let's talk about the production process itself, who you work with, where you were at, how maybe it was different from other production processes.
That was the same as usual. It was Adam from Killswitch, who is my roommate as well. I live in his house. But it was the same, we know what we're going to get with Adam. The studio's about 10 minutes down the road from us. It's a really comfortable situation. So as far as, it's just basically the routine at this point. You go in, you show them the demos, and you go, okay, I like this and this, and tells you what do you think should happen and stuff, and rework it, and then you go record it. So it's basically the same routine, nothing out of the ordinary.
The comfort zone for All That Remains, I would say.
Yeah, it's really nice, especially when you don't have to travel. Like we did a record in Florida one time, and it sucks to go and sit in a hotel for a month and record. The recording part's fun, but when you're just stuck, it's like at the end of the day when you're done recording, you want to go home. But not an option when you're that far away from home. But it was nice with Adam and stuff. It's just like you're done, go home.
And yeah, as you said, it's 10 minutes away. So I think also as far as like being able to get away from that zone and go back into the studio and deliver even better when you're like maybe in more of a comfortable zone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just everything is just like all the people at that studio. We just know who we're getting, know who we're working with. It's just everybody knows each other's quirks and stuff. It's really easy.
Let's talk about the touring package. As you said before, one of the advantages of All That Remains is that you guys can tour with complete different size of bands and different sounds of bands. And today we have 4 bands that are very different.
Yeah, today and tomorrow is a perfect example of all that. Tonight is the last night of the with DETHKLOK, Machine Head, and Black Dahlia Murder. So a very, very metal tour, heavy. All the kids in the crowd are into heavy stuff. And tomorrow night we go to Connecticut and we play our local radio station at home. We're having a Christmas party show, and it's us, Hinder, 3 Days Grace, and Fozzy. So it's a perfect example of the versatility on the shows we can play is like tonight and tomorrow night exactly back to back, just two completely different things. So and it's been like that for a while now, and it's really cool just to be able to go out with In Flames and Cannibal Corpse and stuff like that. And we can also go out with, we could probably go out with God at this point. We go out with Papa Roach or Stone Sour or something like that. I just saw that Papa Roach and Stone Sour tour got announced, and I was like, that'd be a good tour for us to do. So it's cool to be able do all that stuff. We opened for Buck Cherry last year and Hollywood Undead and all sorts of different stuff. It's good to get in front of different audiences.
Especially, I mean, I think that keeps things very fresh with you guys as a band. Maybe the fans, some of them might be like, "What the hell? Why are they touring with those type of bands?" But as a musician, you want to reach to as many people as you can.
Yeah. We've done tours. We've done a couple years ago. It was like Us, As I Lay Dying, and Unearth. Which is for us the funnest kind of tour because it's our friends. It's that those tours are easy. It's like those kids that are coming to the show, they just know what they're getting. It's like it's all like bands that are like similars in style. So it's just like you're gonna play. It's gonna be a good show no matter what, pretty much. And it's cool to do those tours. They're fun and they're easy, but like you can't do those over and over again. Because if you do, then it's just the same stuff over and over again. You're playing for the same people. You're not growing. So got to mix it up.
I'm sure the people watching are wondering what's going to happen in 2013. Where are you going? Who are you going to play with?
Yeah, we are too. We have no idea yet. I have no idea. It's going to be a lot. The whole year will be filled with shows. So just a matter of where and with who. I don't know yet. Our manager's here today. Hopefully we can find out.
You guys are the last ones to find out. Or you get the schedule, you're like, all right, that's what we're doing.
Yeah. Every time it gets mentioned, like someone in the band goes, Well, really? I didn't know that. But hopefully Australia, South America, Japan, some Europe in there, and obviously we'll be through the U.S. 2 or 3 or 4 more times, I'm sure.
Is there anywhere you haven't played that you've been itching to play as a band?
Well, we haven't done South America ever, and there's been talks of that actually happening. And never played in Hawaii. I'd like to play in Hawaii. There's only like 3: Delaware, Hawaii, and Wyoming are the 3 states that we haven't played. Yeah, so we got to play shows there too, just to check them all off the list. But as far as everywhere else in the world goes, we've done Australia and Japan and Europe and all that stuff. So I'd say Hawaii and South America would be the places we have to hit.
Which is the moment or market that you went to, and you like the whole band were just looking at yourselves, and you were like, "Wow."
Gothenburg, Sweden. Yeah, this band started kind of just ripping off all those bands. Like that's how this band started. Like Phil was writing guitar parts and it was all just like At the Gates and Soilwork and The Haunted and all this stuff and In Flames. So it was like we always heard about the Gothenburg bands and it was like, oh, I wonder what it's like to go there. And then when we went there, it was like better than we expected, which is very rare because you always expect to go somewhere. So like something big deal and it's not as big a deal as you make it up in your head. But when we went there, I have videos on my phone. 20,000 people, just crazy. Great shows over there every time.
Tonight should be pretty cool.
Tonight should be good. New York's. It depends on the day. It depends on the tour. So tonight should be good though. It's Friday, but we've played New York shows on Tuesdays before where it's just been like, people are just standing there like, hey, hurry up, I got to work tomorrow. But tonight should be good. No, it's tomorrow Saturday. We should be all right.
Any final words for the fan watching?
Not too much. New album's out. Just look for us on the road in 2013 because we have a lot of people go on the internet saying, why won't you come here when we just played there? So if you want to come see us, just look on the internet because we're going to be there soon, eventually.
All right, Mike, I want to thank you, brother. Have a great show tonight.
Thank you.
You guys watching, as you said, there's no album already out. So pick it up, support local music, national music, especially get out on the road when you see a band that's going to be in your town. If you have to go above and beyond, do it, man, because these guys are working hard for, the little money that's still there.
Buy some T-shirts.
All right, dude, thank you.